Okay, in this tutorial we're going to be looking at how we can change the rhythmic pattern of a predefined drum loop. So I've got a new Ableton set open here. I'm just going to tab to get to the timeline view, or arrangement window as it's known. And I'm in the Ableton library at the moment. I'm just in the hip hop bit of it. I'm just going to drag a drum loop out and I'm going to position it on the timeline and play it. So okay, if you get into a position where, say for instance, you quite like a loop, but you'd like to change about with it and make it a bit more your own, then one way of doing it is by selecting the loop, right clicking on it and slicing to a new MIDI track. Now I'm just going to leave this at 1/16 notes. What it means is it'll split each bar, so it's 4 beats, like from here to there. Every single bar will split up into 16 discrete sections, which will enable us to have quite a bit of control over the audio file itself. So I'll just click that and it immediately appears just below there. So if I mute the original file there, we don't actually need it anymore now, and I just play that one. See, it actually sounds the same, but this time if we double click on it, I'll just fold that there, we can see that each bar is being split down into 16 separate sections. Now, if I switch the preview on here, I can click each section and see what it actually sounds like. So, just playing that from the beginning again, we'll get. So, say for instance, if I went here, I've got a bass drum there. If I wanted to be more than one bass drum, I could click in as many as I want. If I wanted to, say for instance, move this pattern, this little hi-hat sound here to a snare drum, I can just find it there. So you've got a lot of control actually coming over here. Say for instance, if I wanted more hi-hats, I could just simply play them in there. But the good thing about this is I'm still sticking to its inherent structure here. So whatever I'm changing here, it's enabling us to still use exactly the same sounds. Say for instance, if I'd like those sounds in there, but to change the order of them, therefore making new loops. If I only wanted to loop up to that point, I can just close that down there like that. So you can make some quite different sounding things. There's a full bar there now. So that's just one way we can do that. And that's not just with drum loops. You could try that with different instruments, maybe bass and things like that, and just drag the notes up and down a little bit. But it gives you a lot more control over some inherently very, very simple devices here. In other words, just a straight audio track. Once you've sliced it to that MIDI file, by the way, you don't actually even need that one in there now. So that's a very useful little thing for you to know.